we was talking before the camera came on about Detroit, Oakland, and the
connection
between because everybody I meet from Detroit or everybody I meet from Oakland, I'm like, man, y'all got Detroit vibe. And everybody has me in Detroit, y'all got a Oaktown, y'all got a town vibe. Like, how did that come about? And you was explaining that.
I have two versions that I heard.
Okay.
This is not the truth. This is what I heard.
Okay.
I know the show's called The Truth.
Yeah.
But one was, and it's do a little research because I'm not just blurting this shit out.
Right.
One version is General Motors, one of them Ford, one of them, I don't know which one. Somebody from Detroit car manufacturer, built a plant in the Bay Area and offered a bunch of employees, do they want to relocate? And supposedly a bunch of people did. So a bunch of Detroit people uprooted their families, came to Oakland and settled in. And I've always had friends who said, I got cousins in Detroit. And it just was a thing, like my cousins in Detroit, my family in Detroit. I just kept hearing that. Yeah. And even people that work with me, when we got to Detroit, here come all the cousins. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like literally, like for real. So that was one connection that there was actually a family ties. Then I heard another version from the OG Pimps. And they were like, we used to move around to places like New York and, you know, different places where you would go pimp Chicago. And for some reason, there was a connection between the Detroit Pimps and the Oakland Pimps. And they kind of was like, you know, sister city kind of situations. Like, you know, we fuck with each other. And through the pimp culture, there was ties. I like to think both of those things could possibly be true. And then later on, when the late 80s, the early 90s came along, hip hop came along, it was always like, we get somewhere way out of town. We'd be in Miami, we'd be in Atlanta, and then the Detroit dudes and the Bay Area dudes would kind of link a little bit and be like, we allies. So I always had a bunch of Detroit homies that I met outside of Detroit and outside of the Bay. We would meet in Vegas. We'd be in Miami. We'd be in Atlanta Freaknik. And I listened to the song, I'm rapping about Detroit in the song, it's a song I got called Just Another Day. And I'm talking about the Freaknik. Yeah.
He know I know.
And I'm telling you, everything in that song is the truth.